How you guys doing? Good evening. Happy Saturday. We are in February. All right, so today we're going to do a little bit about Polygel and Acrygel. I had a couple of people ask me, what's the difference? Are they the same? So I just wanted to show you guys a little bit. Hi, welcome. Show you guys a little bit of what I've experienced in the road of Acrygel. And I put my volume on so I can see you guys' comments as we talk about it. We go through it. And I have some new colors from Secret Nail Affair. Hi! I have some new colors from Secret Nail Affair, and I got a free acrylic from Giovanni. And Giovanni, he has a couple of free items on his website if you are a nail tech and you are looking to understand how to do the pricing. He has a beginner, intermediate, and experience list. So that this way you can kind of have that as your gauge to get started and figure out where you want to go. How's the lighting? I tried to get the Big Boss light, but it's not working the way I want it to. So, and then I want to swatch that, and then I want to swatch the new disco gels that I got from Secret Nail Affair. So, all right, let's jump into it. So when I started doing dips in the beginning, of the pandemic, I was like, okay, the algorithms of social media are for real. They're seriously for real. And so what ended up happening was a lot of feed came through, and I got a lot of different things that came up on my feed. And one of those things that came up was Polygel. Like, what is it? What are they doing? They would take this product and they put it in like this little thing. I'm going to show you guys here because it came. I got the whole kit and caboodle. They showed you they were putting a product, right? And something that looked like this. They were putting the product in this, and then you put it on your finger, and then you put it in the light, and then you come out, boom, bam, boom. This, all you have to do is file and shape. Sounded easier, or looked easier, should I say, than what it was. Not all the polygels are the same. So, what does that mean? Polygel is essentially, or Acrygel, is essentially a cross or a hybrid between acrylic and builder gel. So when you are working with those different types of enhancements, it's either you get acrylic or you don't get acrylic, or you get builder gel and you don't get it, or maybe you get both. For me, I gravitated to builder gel so easy that when I was trying to do acrylic, it was difficult. It was hard. Understanding the consistency, understanding how to get the bead right, and placement, and having it flawless. And it came out lumpy and messy. And for some people, they're like, well, why bother with all that and the smell and do dip gel? I wanted to tap into everything and say, hey, I'm functional in doing all of the different mediums or enhancements. Hi! So what I ended up doing was I played around with different products, and so there are essentially two different types of polygels in the world. You have the polygels that have a very, very more gel-like consistency, and then you have polygels that have more of an acrylic-like consistency. And so with the brands that I was starting off with, again, I wasn't looking for quality or anything like that. I was looking for something that was convenient, cheap, and easy for me to do. So I ended up going with what I saw on Amazon or what I saw in terms of deals. Like, I think when I purchased this particular brand, I found it was maybe like a kit for like $25. I was like, okay, that's fine, that's cool, I can do that. And I ended up liking it, and I enjoyed the consistency of what it was. And so I did that for a while. And then I landed across Luxa. I'm not a brand ambassador for any of these products, so this is my true, honest opinion about the products, about the brand, and the ease of use of these. And so just so you guys know, this hand, I will list it all, everything in the comments, so this way you guys know what I used. But this hand is my Aliana hand. I learned about this hand from Hillary Dawn Herrera. Look her up. She is amazing. She's great at tutorials. She does classes, and she does live classes, like how if you follow Luxa, she does a lot of live videos as well. But I fell in love with the hand after watching it because it was really, really lifelike. I do have a Red Iguana hand. I love her too. She was my very first purchase. But you can see the difference. This is way more lifelike than this one, and that's because this particular brand, they are known, or they're specifically were created to do prosthetics. So that's why a lot of their hand looks way more lifelike than the Red Iguana. So that's just a little tidbit about that. I know I went off tangent, but I just wanted you guys to know the products that I was using. Oops, sorry. So the Red Iguana hand, the Aliana hand, I will put that there since you guys see it. They are based in Portugal, so their pricing is in euro. I want to say it's euro. But it converts when you're paying for it. So this way you kind of have an idea of what you're paying for. So yeah, so when I was going back to the Polygel, I found it easier, and I found it more cathartic when I was using Polygel for some reason. And with that said, let me just find my alcohol. When you're using Polygel, you don't have to worry about a smell like you would if you were using acrylic. And because it's a hybrid, you cure it. So it gives you a lot more time to play with and to shape and to apply the product before having to have it set. So it's a little bit more forgiving. I like to call it the best medium for transition. If you are someone who's having difficulty working with acrylic, this is the, a good halfway point in getting you comfortable and acclimated to working with acrylic, and vice versa. If you're not familiar with working with gel, I think this is the easiest way that you can transition into that. So this way you kind of have an understanding of how you can take your time, you can shape it a little bit more. The consistency is not as, you don't have to worry about consistency as much, when you're working with Polygel than you would if you were working with acrylic. So you can transition to that a little bit easier. So I wanted to make that point so that this way anyone who hasn't worked with this understands the difference between the two. With that said, not all Polygels or Acrygels are the same. Some of them come in tubes. I do not have a pot, but I have seen brands that have a pot. I know that Red Iguana, they call theirs Acrygel, and theirs comes in a pot. So it depends, it's all a matter of preference, but at the end of the day, the product is the same product. Again, you have to think about viscosity. Viscosity is the measure of how thick the gel or the product is, and that is what makes the difference between one brand to the next. So with this brand has a consistency that's more gel-like, and the viscosity is a little bit thinner. And what does that mean? So let me take some out so you can have an idea of what I mean by that. Let's pick a good color. Let's go with our pure white. Okay. Now, some brands, their packaging and their products come with Polygel and a slip solution. So the slip solution is essentially the equivalent of something to help the product move. So you don't have monomer, right? And you don't have it where it's a thin viscosity where it moves on its own. So you need something to help it move along, so that this way you're able to shape and mold it on the finger, and then shape the nail and then cure it, so that this way you are able to harden it. For this purpose, to be honest with you, any and every Polygel, you can use alcohol. This one does come with the slip solution. I haven't used the slip solution in forever, so I just have plain old good alcohol. Okay, so as you can see, I'm going to show you something here. So you look at it, it's thick, right? But as you're applying it, that's a good amount, I think, right? Is that good? Let me see if I can zoom in. There we go. So when I apply it, I can apply it like that, right? It doesn't really go anywhere, right? And that's the part of it that makes it part builder gel. Part builder gel allows it to not cure, and you can mold and play with it as you need. This does not look like, nope, this is not. This is blue or white? I can't tell. I can't tell the difference between cleanse and alcohol, guys. Nope, this is alcohol. Okay. So yeah, it's not going anywhere, right? But can you see? Let's see. How's that? So it doesn't move, not until you make it move, right? But it's also not. It doesn't. So that's the beauty of it. It's acrylic would be moving and be setting right now, right? Acrylic would be doing both. Hi. Acrylic would be doing both, and builder gel would just be sliding. So because it's both, it's doesn't know what to do until you tell it what to do. So when I'm mewing, I try to start from where the apex would be, so this way I can build it. So I would start from about midway through, and I would use the spatula to take it out the tube, and just to tap. This is gonna be a little awkward because I'm not in the best position. The nail fell off. There we go. Hopefully she stays. And I just wanna, it's the same concept, right? If you're using acrylic, you wanna kind of have that edge and work it down. So then I did what I needed to do with that. So now I'm gonna take my brush with the slip solution if it comes with the product, or alcohol if you don't have slip solution. And you kind of want to treat it almost like a acetone, right? So you're gonna walk or brush it down, pat. So this is why I say, in theory, it's very similar in terms of getting you prepared to work with acrylic if you're not familiar with it. Because with acrylic, you would be doing exactly what I'm doing. But as you can see, you have way more time. It's not curing on you. It's not getting hard on you. And then, I'm just move this out the way. And you can take your time and shape it. And even if you mess up, guess what? It's okay if you mess up. You have time until you're ready to pop it in the light, right? And these, because I think this softer polygel, you find them in way more colors, right? So your bright colors, your greens, your reds. So there's a couple of brands that are like that. I think Make Art is like that. I want to say Beetle has their version of this. So a lot of these brands, they make the viscosity a little bit thinner because I think you can play around with using colors, right? And so I'm not doing anything different in terms of shaping it than I would if I was using an acrylic product with monomer, right? Shape it, and the more you can shape it now, the less filing you have to do later. And that's also by preference too. If you enjoy filing, by all means, and you want to run through putting this on faster, you can. And for some people, oh, sorry, I thought I was in camera. And for some people, if it's easier for them to put every finger, you can. You can do every single finger before you pop it in the light and then move on to the next part. Or if you want to do finger by finger like if you would with builder gel, and you want to do, okay, you start with the pinky, put the pinky in, come back, and then start working on this pinky and going back and forth, right? That's totally by preference on how you want to do it. For this purpose, I'm only going to do the one halfway, and then we're going to come back and we're going to do the other one, and then I'm going to show you what a thicker viscosity polygel will look like. So you can pop that in the light for about 60 seconds. Any questions so far about polygel? Its consistency. It's also a, if you have clear polygel, it's also a great repair tool. You know, like if you have a chipped corner, if someone has a chipped corner when they come in, and you don't want to do a whole product removal to get a tip on to do whatever, you can use Polygel. And Polygel will be a perfect repair. In full candidacy, I had a toenail that chipped, and I'm like, I don't want to paint it and put acrylic on it. You don't have to necessarily. I did it, and you would never know that the corner of my toenail chipped, because that's, you know what? We should do that. That's what I'm gonna do. When this pops out, I'm gonna show you guys how it makes great fur repair. So it has its uses, you know, it's multifunctional in terms of it's quick for service, it's odorless. If you can't work with acrylic, it's odorless. Oops, see, this thing keeps falling. So then look how it's cured, right? It's hard. Just like acrylic would be hard, just like Polygel would be hard. And it's flexible. So if you have, I love the Polygel repairs. Yeah, it's great. And if you have somebody who can't do acrylic and the builder gel burns them when they're applying, that's the other thing. There's no heat spike with this, right? So that's the other beauty of it. It takes a little bit from both. There's no heat spike with this, right? So if they want that flexibility in having something that's hard but soft at the same time, you can definitely use that. So I'm just, again, oop, here I am, sorry. I'm just walking it back, right? I'm walking it back to the cuticle. Same way you would gently push it with a brush when you're doing acrylic, or if you're doing builder gel, you would start from the back, right? And you would make sure that it gets close to the cuticle line, and you can shape it. You can take your time with it. If I feel like I don't have enough back there, I can work my brush to get it where I need it to be, right? And then right where I want my apex to be, depending how long or how short your nail is going to be. Let me see if I can zoom back out so you guys can see what I'm doing. There we go. That's where I can start fanning it out. And if I have too much product, guess what? Set it to the side. And I wouldn't set it to the side and like get rid of it, but you can set it to the side and then use it if you need it to be something that adds on to something that didn't have enough, right? Or to start off another finger, you know? This was what the service I offered a lot when I first started, because it was just like, I want to do acrylic, but I'm afraid of acrylic, and I get built and I get gel, but not everyone likes the spike. So let me offer this as another way to get that acrylic look without the acrylic smell. And it was great until I was being stupid and I didn't wear gloves like I'm doing now. And I caught contact dermatitis. Yes, that's in true honesty, everybody. Wear your gloves. Don't be like me. See how I have that corner that's a little bit not where I want it to be? Am I doing? Yeah, we're good now, right? Why is it full screen on mine, but not full screen for you guys? Let's see. So yeah, working that out, shaping it, and I'm just holding the tip because this is clearly loose. Are we working it? I'm not going to perfect this, but ideally, if I was working with a real client, I would perfect this as best as I can, because guess what? That minimizes the finish filing that I have to do. I'm going to pop this in, but before I pop it in, let me clip the corner so you guys can see what I'm talking about in terms of how it's great for repair, right? So I'm going to clip this corner. I think I have a clear one out of this one. I have so many of these. So don't do like I do. Don't put it here. If you have one of those dishes, or if you have a palette, that's the word I was looking for, you can use your palette. So I would just, you see what's happening already? Where I can, sorry, that's not what I wanted to do. Start molding it a little bit. thinning it out where I need it to be thinned out and fixing it as needed. So I'm making it flush. So again, it has best of both worlds with the properties of the acrylic, where acrylic can do this very easily. You can do this with builder gel, but I find it a little bit harder just because you would need a little bit, you need a thicker viscosity. There's builder gel that's more like for overlay, and then there's builder gel that has a thick viscosity that can technically do this, but you have to be very, it would get paper thin. That's what, unless you like do layer and layers of it. You lost the feeling of that. But do you see how I can essentially create a repair? In the same way you would with acrylic, will come from behind and remove all that. Oh, they're watching Princess and the Frog upstairs. My kids found a way to entertain themselves. I love it. So I come back and fix it, right? It's all about the pat and gentle. That was the other thing for me. I didn't realize, right, with acrylic, how gentle you have to be with moving the product, right? With builder gel, you can be as rough as you want. Even with polygel, you can be a little bit rough. But in certain circumstances, like this one, where I'm working with the polygel, see how I'm getting very gentle with the touch? And all I'm using is alcohol, guys, to get what I'm looking for. There we go. Right? You pop that in. So I'm gonna put it for 30. I'm not gonna put it for a full 60. I'm gonna pop that other finger in there too. Woo. Let go, let go. Nope, that was unsuccessful. Okay, that's fine. We have other fingers. So that is one variation of, ooh, did you see that? One variation of polygel. That is the one with the thinner viscosity, and that's the one that I find that usually has more colors, right? In terms of like your bright, less opaque colors. Now, the brand that I like to use and I find is the closest to a thicker viscosity and has more properties of acrylic is Matrix by Luxa, right? I know that Ready Guana has their version, and their version comes in a pot. So this is clear. And I want you to see, it looks the same, but it's not. So that's a little bit thicker. Let me show you the difference. Let me do a soft pink so you can see. Ooh. So do you see how this is a little more gel-like? And then this one, oh yeah, yes, I love Matrix. I used Matrix for so long, and then I stopped using it when I had my issues with contact dermatitis. And then I did a set the other day, and I'm like, dang, why did I stop using this? It's awesome. And the better thing about it is, I just want you guys to see, it will soften with heat, right? When you put the product on, because your body temperature or the client's body temperature. But this is not even touching somebody. Look how it's already shiny, which means it's melting, right? This is shiny, but not in the same way. I don't know if you can see it, right? But the second that you put it on a person, it will do this, right? It will do this because the person, it's just body, it's chemistry, it's heat, right? Yeah, the flexibility is great, you know? If you're someone who doesn't want to, that's the other thing with acrylic. that I'm not a fan of. Acrylic, if you jam your finger, you jam your finger. You feel it, it goes all the way down to the nail bed, right? With builder gel, you jam your finger, at the most you'll get a crack. With polygel, you jam your finger, you feel it, but there's less damage to the nail plate and there's less damage to the nail bed. That I can say that I can appreciate. I'm not going to use this paint. I just wanted to show you guys the difference. So here is Luxa. Again, I have no bias towards any particular brand. It's just what I've come across and what I've come to find that I appreciate. And it's not a matter of, oh well, this brand is expensive, this brand is not expensive. It's, if you're gonna use something and you want something to be of good quality, sometimes it's worth putting the investment in. But I can't speak to everyone's pockets. I can only speak to what I know that I've found that works and I've grown to love because of the durability of the product and the quality of the product, right? You pay $5.99, you're gonna get $5.99 stuff. You get $30 stuff, you get $30 quality. Now, as I said before in another live, there have been times where I have bought $30 quality, $30 product, and only got $5 quality out of it. Sometimes that does happen. And vice versa, to say the least, you know. I've gotten things where there maybe have been $15 quality, but it's $40 quality. $15 to purchase, I'm sorry, and $40 quality out of it, right? So it depends. It depends. So I'm just working through it. But even still, you can see the consistency's thicker because it's not moving as fast as this was moving when I was working with it, right? So I'm just trying to, I know I started this one a little bit lower. That's because I really want to push that back a little. And again, I don't want it to be that far. I can push it back. Look at that. I can push it back and then start reshaping it again to the way I want it. That's the beauty of working with the Polygel. But again, you see that this one, I'll come a little bit closer. It's thicker, right? Even from the side view, right? Side view. It's thicker in terms of how you're working with it. You don't need a lot of alcohol. You need just enough to move it around. But obviously, the more alcohol you have, the more slip you have to move it around. The less alcohol you have, it's a little bit more friction to move and maneuver, right? Right now I have it where, can you see down the barrel? One side is a little bit too thick. Now, I'm going to say it one more time. If we were using acrylic, I'd have to hurry, right? Before it sets. Because I would really hate to have one side bigger, taller than the other, and then I have to file more. Now this, if it was builder gel, I have to hurry up so that this way maybe this side doesn't start flooding in the back over here, or that side starts flooding back over there. I can take my time. And that's part of what's good about it when you're in service. You can take the time, you can take longer in the shaping process. So when you're ready to finish file, you're really just making sure those edges are sharp and then go straight into your finish filing, right? With the buff, the 100-180 buffer, you finish file, you clean, you start polishing and design. So that definitely helps with service. Now, I'm just showing you guys the difference in the different types and having you have an understanding of it. But at the end of the day, definitely do your research reach out, follow the different brands that you are using. Look at any tutorials that they have. I know that Luxa puts out a tutorial almost every week for different parts, or sorry, not different parts, for different items in their product line. I know that they did Matrix recently. I think the brand owner herself, Leah, did a full live on herself applying it. I think there was another brand ambassador or affiliate that did a live with a live client applying the product. Hi, how are you? And so they go over everything and kind of let you know and answer any troubleshooting questions too, you know, in terms of why does it do this? Why doesn't it do that? Or, you know, if I mix this with it or mix that with it, it kind of gives you an idea of the best way to use their product and have the most, one, long-lasting wear with it, and then two, how to, one, be knowledgeable with it, and then if you are servicing clients, how to advise them about the product and how to use the product and how to care for it and maintain it. All right, any questions? I want to show you guys what it looks like. Oh my god. So, this is my favorite part. At least, I'm not going to do a full hand so you guys have an idea. At least with the Luxa brand, I can for sure say it's like butter. Literally like butter. It melts and files like butter. I can't talk to other brands, but I can give you a little bit of an idea with the Luxa brand. This one cured, but no, it didn't cure. I lied. So I'm gonna let this one cure while we do that. So again, it has properties of both. So because it has properties of both, when you're using builder gel, there's that tacky layer. So it will have that tacky layer when you're done and you're ready to go into your file. You just want to make sure you get rid of that inhibition tacky layer. So this is the one we did the repair with, right? And then this was the Luxa one. I don't have my thing. It doesn't make sense to have it out here. It's only gonna make noise and you guys won't hear anything. So I'm not gonna use my dust collector. Got a little bit of the product on there. So let's see. I haven't used this one in a while. I don't remember how it files, but if I can. So it's hard. I'm gonna try to describe it as best as I can. It's hard like acrylic, but it's very like plastic feeling. That's the best way I can explain it, right? It's plastic feeling. So you would file that, and then because it's a cross between the two, it does have dust, but not as much as you would see with acrylic, and a little bit more than you would see with builder gel. So again, it's definitely keeps showing itself as a hybrid with the different aspects of the properties. Okay, I'm just smoothing that out as best as I can. And then with the Luxa one, it's hard, but the way it melts, it literally, that's what it's doing. Like as I don't know if you can see it, it's a finer dust, right? And it literally just blends like butter. There is no other explanation for it other than that. Do you see that? I did less work with this than I did with the other one, right? I'm just gonna take this off real quick. Right? So satisfying, yes. So true. But even still, right? Like I'm working through this and I'm doing very minimal pressure It's just doing it kind of does the work for you as you go along. I made this a little bit thicker, but that's okay. That was because I wanted to show you guys. But do you see how I did very minimal filing versus what I did for that one? That one, I would still have to file this one, if you can see. It's not flushed. I'd still have to do some work. Versus this one, I'm practically done. With the exception of the fact that I made it thick, I'm practically done. Right? So, that has been my experience with Polygel. And hands down, working with the two different types of consistencies, I have put these to rest. I don't use them. I do use the Matrix. The other thing I can say for Polygel, if you are looking for 3D looks and you want to do that, you can as well. I wasn't thinking. I didn't take her off to have an individual finger, so that's why I'm struggling with this hand. But let's do this, right? So let's say I'm gonna use this. You wanted to do a 3D something. You can't do the 3D with acrylic. And it's a little bit harder to do with builder gel, because guess what? Builder gel's too soft. You can definitely, for sure, I'm gonna do it on this one. So I just like my Matrix, right? You can definitely, for sure, work it out with your girl, Polygel. Right? So let's say I wanted to shape it. And I don't know if she's still here. Shar, I know you always are doing like these amazing 3D effects. This is, I know you've used Polygel, but I don't know if you've ever used this brand. I know the Polygels you use are the ones with the different colors in it, right? So I'm gonna attempt to do a heart. I have never done a heart 3D, but because Polygel is so forgiving and you don't have to rush, I'm gonna attempt to do it. It'll be a backwards one, but you know. We'll just have to. So it's good if you wanted to do, let me get some brushes. If you wanted to do 3D or 4D or 5D, it definitely is good for that, you know, without having to feel the rush of it hardening before time, or that it doesn't sit in motion the way you want it to. You can definitely play with that. Oh my god, I just did that for the first time. It's not the greatest. No, this is fun to do. Only because it's not, right? Or a broken heart. Look at that, guys. So again, you can't make an acrylic 3D, but you can definitely do. You see that? I did that for the first time. Let's do that. Let's just pop her in there real quick. So there you go, you know. That is Polygel, guys. Polygel is amazing. Sometimes I wonder why I don't do it more often, but you know, to each his own. Every client has their favorite product or enhancement that they like. But I'm glad that I just realized, hey, I can definitely make a heart. I've never tried it, but I do know that you can use it as an alternative if you're interested in doing 3D, 4D, or 5D art. So those flowers that people do and they put the gems, you can definitely do that, especially if you're using something that has color in it. You know, it's not to say the thinner viscosity is better than the thicker viscosity, or vice versa, the thicker viscosity is better than, excuse me, the thinner one. It's a matter of preference. It's a matter of what look you're trying to do. I will say this, if you are an enthusiast and you want to use this, this is good with the forms. Look at that. Look at that. I did that. But it's not necessary. I get it. It helps you so that this way you're not all over the place. Maybe you can't do it with the brush. That is absolutely fine. That's why they have these. I will give you a word of advice. If you are going to use these, do not flush it against the cuticle. Because what will end up happening is when you flush it against the cuticle, it's going to, when you press down on it, it's going to seep out the sides, right? It's going to seep out the sides and get onto your skin. If you ever notice, the goal is not to get product on your skin. Even if you're applying something or your service provider is applying something on for you, they wipe it away because we don't want anything to happen in terms of contact dermatitis or an allergic reaction. So you want to make sure that you press firmly, but I wouldn't put it all the way at the cuticle. I'd probably start maybe like a millimeter away. And then the other part to it is when you're curing, you want to make sure that if there's any overage, you have time to sweep it up so that this way you're not having this big dent of where the free edge stops and the rest of the product flows over. And then you want to make sure you hold it firmly so that this way you don't have any air bubbles. Because if you have air bubbles, guess what's going to happen? It's going to pop off really, really fast, especially if you're using one of the thinner viscosity ones, right? So that has been my experience with Polygel, because clearly I had air bubbles. I've had air bubbles, I've had pop-offs, I've had overage, I've had a gamut of it all. But I will definitely say that in terms of my preference, I like the thicker viscosity because it constantly keeps me in a good playing field between the acrylic and the builder gel. So yeah. All right, that is all I have for Polygel. So, but I do have some products I wanted to swatch. I don't know if everyone knows about this brand called Secret Nail Affair. It's a mother-daughter owned product. Let me grab them. A mother-daughter owned product brand, and they do acrylic. I call them my glitter acrylic brand because a lot of the colors that they have is acrylic. I'm sorry, of course it's acrylic. A lot of the colors that they have are glitter. They have a lot of glitter in their product line. You can get it without the acrylic, and you can get it with acrylic. So these are, I think they have like two sets. I took one set. This set has two variations, or like a purple, a blue, a teal purple, two different variations of purple, I guess you could say. A red, a pink, another variation of pink or magenta, and a gold. They do have a silver and deeper colors. I took the neon ones because we're about to enter spring break and a lot of people are gonna want the spring break colors. So I definitely will go back and grab some other ones. But I wanted to do these. So I'm gonna swatch these. Yes! We're going into this, we're getting ready. We're getting ready for the warm weather. I'm calling it into existence. I'm on the East Coast here, and so we're really waiting for that warm weather to come hit us and make us happy, right? I'm gonna plug this up because my light needs to get a little charge. So let's start off with the gold here. Why does my light feel like it's not bright enough? Hold on, let me see if I could try something. You guys tell me. Does that help a little? Oh yeah, that helps a lot. Girl, why didn't I do this before? Hello. Hello. The teal color. Okay. Because you said that, let's start with the teal. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let me move these things out the way. And by all means, if you have any other questions about if you have any other questions about my experience with Polygel, I'm always down. DM me. Put a message in the comments. I'm gonna save this. So we're gonna do teal first, right? I have like, let me put something here because I have the Polygel that I didn't cure. It's still on the table. This way we're not invading or getting anything sticky. So how many of these do I need? Sorry guys, I shook it up. I shook it up. So 2, 4, 6, 8. 4, 6, 8. All right. We're gonna go with the teal first. They don't have names, they have numbers. So this would be, let me see. I think this is number 6. But we only have 8, right? Let's see, 4, 1, 7, boy, 2. Don't drop it, don't drop it. 3. Yeah, I think that's what it is. 8 and 5. Okay, yeah, so this is number 6. I went through all of that just to confirm. I don't know why. Guys, I need help. Okay. So, let's sketch a nice, good, this is a good point. I think it's a good point right here. Oop, don't drop the soap. Oh, yes. This is nice. And it's a disco reflective, so it's supposed to have like, you know that how everyone's putting in, they have the flash on when they're taking the picture or showing you the video. This is, I'm glad I did do the extra light. It came at the perfect time. See it? Ooh, it looks so much better on camera. Oh my goodness, guys. It looks so much better on camera. Oh, okay. We're gonna cure that. Okay. What's the next color? I know, right? Ooh, ooh, ooh. I want to see this one. I've been using this one, but I haven't like... Listen, the way it looks on camera versus the way it looks in person, it's not the same. I promise you guys. It looks so much duller on my end. And then when I looked at the screen, I'm like, ooh. Why is that? Why? Okay. I usually double coat when I swatch. I think I'm going to just so I can make sure I have full coverage. Okay, that is the purple-ish looking one. Pop that one in. Okay. Yeah? Yeah. I'm gonna go with that one next. Okay, we're gonna get 60 again. Oh yeah. Whoa. Whoa. I love it. I don't know. Do I need to swatch it again? I don't think I do. Oh man. Okay, we're gonna do the pink. Mermaid vibes. Yeah, right? I don't think I need to do a second coat, guys. That was good. The purple was a little bit less opaque. That I might have to swatch twice. This pink looks like, oh, I'm not even doing it on screen. I am so sorry, guys. That was very rude of me. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. Oh, this is so pretty. Yes. purple. I'm gonna swatch again. So this was number 6 because I definitely had to go through all the numbers to determine. I will say this, when I'm putting on this second coat, it has a little bit of a gritty feeling, and that's probably because of the submersion of the glitter that's inside of it. Yeah. All right. So we're done with that. And we're gonna do red next. Now I have the magenta and I have the red. Which one? Magenta or red, people? You tell me. While we're doing that, we have the pink. We've got the turquoise teal. Red, okay, red it is. And then we have, I want to call it like a grape purple, right? All right. That's nice. Like a lovely red. Like a Dorothy red, like Dorothy from the Wizard of Oz. I think everyone knows Dorothy in the Wizard of Oz, right? Yes, yes, yes. So we'll do magenta. And then what we have left, we have the deeper purple and the blue and the gold, right? I feel like this looks like the other purple a little bit, right? The magenta? Yes, perfect for Valentine's Day. It's like that perfect little accent to a design. Or making it pop. Fill up the little corners. That's my little pet peeve with these. It's weird to get that little well in the back. So I try to fill them up. This one's nice. I like this one too. At first it looked like this one, but it's not. It's not the same. I don't think I need to double. I'm not gonna double coat these because I think I've got the true color out. It didn't do much of a difference when I did the second coat on this one. You know what I mean? So, what's next? Gold. Gold is next. Gold is next. Oh no, that's no good. Let's wipe that up. Sorry, I can't work like that. I have to clean it up. Because it's going to be a pet peeve of mine. I guess this one will be for now. I do have an extra one because I bought a gold before I bought the kit. Not the kit, the series. So I'll leave this one as my nail art one, and then I can use the other one for full coverage. Or just have a backup. Whatever happens. Y'all see that? Oh. I'm so excited I'm not on camera. Yell at me, guys. Get it on camera, girl. Okay. Yeah. Wipe that up a little bit. Ooh, nice. See, now I have to go back for the silver. You can't do this without having, like, you know, the yin to the yang. I need to have the silver now, right? So here was the magenta, here was the red. Oh, we didn't do that one. That was after that. Okay. I'm really feeling this one though. Surprisingly. The gold looks too rich. Yeah, let's see what it looks like when it comes out the light. So wait, oh, these two are my last ones. Okay. Do the blue. This is like a nice, good. Royal blue. No, not royal, but like kind of like how you said, CMG. Rich, but I'm thinking rich like fancy, if that makes any sense. Yeah? Not as sparkly as the other ones, but it gives you something. Yeah? See, on my end, it's kind of see-through. Do you guys see that a little? Because I didn't put 2 coats, I did 1. So that 1 coat was a little see-through as opposed to the other colors. Like how I had to do this one double. It's sheer like that one. Okay, yeah, fancy. But yeah, it's sheer. Can you see it? On the back end, you can see a little bit see-through, and then I had to put the second coat so that wasn't so see-through. But I'm not gonna put a second coat for the coat. Should I put? I should do it. Do it. Peer pressure. Peer pressure. Okay. Let's see what happens when we do the second coat. Looks the same. Let's take the blue out. Yeah, the blue, yes, oceany, it does. That would be something nice as a design, right? Doing something with like beach vibes. With the teal, oh, yes. Mermaid scales. Got an idea. Don't make me lose it. Hey, Ray, I'm gonna hold you to it. I need you to remind me. We need to do mermaid scales. Mermaid scales. Can we do some mermaid scales? All right, I'm gonna stop saying so you guys don't think I'm out of my mind. Right, this was the deeper purple. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, that is so pretty. Okay, that one I know I'm gonna need a second coat because I don't know if you can see. It's a little see-through at the top. I'm gonna do a second coat. Ooh, yeah. I like it with the second coat better. Yes, 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 yes. Me likey, me likey. So, while that's curing and I'm getting ready, I wanted to open this. So I got, so if you follow Giovanni, is it Giovanni Nails or something like that? If you follow Giovanni, he gives, like, I think once a month or once a week or something like that, he gives away certain items for free on his website. And so I was interested in finding, like, am I pricing right? What's the right range of service pricing? So he was doing something where he was giving away beginner, intermediate, and experienced pricing, and he was giving them or service menus, should I say, and he was giving them away for free. But on top of giving it away for free, I think every so often or every week or something, he changes it up. He gives away an acrylic for free. So when I ordered the service menus, I also ordered this particular one. It's called Magical Nude, but it's supposed to be glow in the dark. So of course, since I'm swatching, yeah, free Magical Nude. also, I just want to swatch it, see what it's like. This is the deeper purple. I'm gonna do a second swatch. And while that's swatching, I'm gonna run really quick to get my monomer because I don't have it out right now. And we're gonna let that swatch. Any questions? Again, I'm gonna leave everything on the bottom. So if anyone wants to find it, get it, grab it. I'm just gonna crack a window too. If you also are having issues with monomer and don't like the smell, it's good to do it in a well-ventilated area. But I also have a brand that I am an ambassador for that has a monomer eraser, and she just restocked her site with these soy candles. So this particular scent was for the holiday, but it was Jack Boy Frost. So if you are looking for something that helps combat the smell of the acrylic because it's just too much, that's something I would recommend. I found her brand actually when I was looking for something with a low monomer smell, and that's what I came across. I came across that. So, this is done. And that is the purple. So we have the pink, the magenta, the red, the gold, the teal, whatever color purple this is, not sure. The next color purple, let's fan it out. Yeah. So many options. So pretty, so pretty. I love it, I love it. All right. So we're gonna try this nude, magical nude. I didn't get to see, what is that? This is a 1 ounce jar? Does it say the size? Watch it not say the size. So I don't even know. No, I'm assuming it's either, looks like a half an ounce, right? Does it say on here? No. I'm a little bit sad, guys, because I wanted to also swatch the new Luxa collection, Lapel, but it didn't get here in time. So I definitely have to do another live and swatch live, because come on. It's for those lovely people who love a nice, good sheer, but more of like a natural sheer, right? Okay, so let's try this one and see what's going about. Yeah, I was excited. I thought it was gonna arrive because usually it arrives within two days. They're really fast with their shipping. But for some reason, it didn't arrive in time. It says it was stuck somewhere. I don't know. It makes me sad. Is that glitter in here, or is that me who had glitter previously? I think it's me who had glitter previously. Let's see. As we go on, let's see. Maybe it is my glitter. Come on out. There we go. Good girl. Sometimes you gotta talk. Just talk to the products, right? Oh no, it is. So it is them. It is the product. The product has glitter in it. Ah, nice. I see you, Giovanni. I love it. Look at that. It's nice. I like it. I think I really want to see the glowing part about it, though. I don't know if I'm going to get the full effect. Let's see. What happened to my music? Hey, Google. Can you play mindful meditation music? She's so mean, guys. I think flushed will be my favorite. Yes, I'm excited. So those of you who may or may not know, so Luxa just launched a recent collection. It's called Lapel, and all of the colors are suggestive. If I may say, do you guys see the glitter in this one? See it? And let me tell you something, that application was so sweet. It was nice and smooth. So the colors are caress, submission, orgasm, flushed. What's the other words that I'm missing from it? But ideally, you can get the picture of where it's coming from. But I love it. It's like, okay, you want to be a little sassy, a little sexy, and it's great because you can layer it as you want to. You can, I'm just cleaning my brush. You can layer the colors, or you can keep them as sheer as you want. And I think that's so cool because you have some people like, that just don't want a heavy look. They just want more of a natural look, and I think that works perfect. There are some sheers out there, but you're not going to get as sheer as the way this collection is sheer. So, if you are interested, and even if you are not a nail tech, and you are the client, and you grab your own set, and you bring it to the nail salon, listen, sometimes they appreciate that because they know what you want. You don't have to go pick your color. Yes, the names are awesome. They're so cute. I got this brush. This brush is horrible. It's just, I don't know. And again, I have no affiliation with this brand. I love Secret Nail Affair. This is the brush from Secret Nail Affair. I lived with this brush. I lived with this brush so much. Look, it's horrible. But I got this new one, and I don't know. I'm just not feeling the bristles on this one. It's just... sorry, not sorry, in a little bit of a way. So, okay. All right, guys, that is it. Oh, we want to see how this glows, right? Will it do it in here? Yes. Okay, so I'm gonna pump it up in here for 30 seconds. Did you know that? Did you know that was a trick? That if you want something to cure in terms of acrylic a little bit faster, you can pop it in the light for a couple of seconds, and it will either illuminate what needs to be glowed or help it cure faster because heat cures monomer faster. Just a little tidbit. You're welcome. I learned that in a continuing education class, and they were like, just pop it in the light. I'm like, what? They're like, pop it in the light. It's gonna cure it a little bit faster. I was like, what? Don't need to tell me twice. Can we see it? No. Oh, turn this light off. Can you see it? Oh yeah, we get a little bit of an effect. See it? Me trying to cover it. This is horrible. There we go. There we go. There we go. We got a little bit of a glow. So it glows green. Cool, cool, cool. Well, that's the end of the show, folks. I appreciate everybody for joining me, for staying, for commenting. So here are our swatches. Ooh. Here is the different polygels that we use. This brand I found on Amazon. This one I found, the algorithms found me after I started getting into doing my nails again. And then we did a 3D heart. Look at the 3D heart. We did a repair with polygel, and we did a the comparison between thinner viscosity polygel and thicker viscosity polygel. And as you can see, it's so much thinner. You see how it just keeps melting on its own? Thicker viscosity will melt, but not as quickly and not as thin. So that is Polygel, Acrygel, which is all in one and the same. It's just a matter of saying poly, many. Acrygel is literally the hybrid word of acrylic and gel. And that's exactly what polygel is. Polygel is a hybrid between acrylic and gel. So thank you guys. I appreciate you. I'm going to save this live. I'm also going to upload it to my YouTube page. If you haven't already, please subscribe. Put the bell so that this way I can give you guys more content. I don't want to put everything I have on IG on YouTube and vice versa. So I want to be able to give you guys longer videos, more informative videos. So yeah, thank you guys. Enjoy the rest of your evening.